happening. So there's so much to do for them there in the local communities.
Advocacy.
Because advocacies, yes, we need to make a lot of advocacies to the traditional rulers, to the women leaders, to the youths, and to the market groups, to just everywhere, and get everybody involved. Okay. I like the campaign theme for this year. The international campaign theme for this year says inspire inclusion.
Okay.
Now, inspiring inclusion means looking out for all, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of gender, irrespective of age, and even looking out for the persons with disability. Okay. We need to reach out to them and bring them in, bringing them into what the government have for them. If you know what is there, you'll be able to access. But it's different if you don't even have an idea. So we are grateful for what is happening in the state, and we know that the way it is going is will really, really go down the grassroots, and we pray that the impact will be so much. Thank you.
Okay, so back to Fumi. Let's look at the Nigerian picture. Nigeria grossly thought a patriarchal state. There's this conversation from certain quarters about women who found their ways into public offices and didn't do well for one reason or the other, and tended to attract that stereotype, such stereotypes to women that further discourages a female or women participation in politics and leadership. How is Akwa Ibom able to stay afloat in such a way that women get into public offices, do well, and we are yet to have this negative commentaries about our women?
Everybody's background speaks a lot. Where you come from, and that's where your family is very important. There's an adage to say that you should always remember the child of who you are, and when you remember where you come from, definitely your integrity matters a lot. In Nigeria as a whole, you've seen long before now we have women of integrity, and they're still there. Ransom Kuti was one, a woman of integrity. We still have people like Iwoje Wela. Yeah, and there's Obi Ekwezili. These are women that have done well. Even when you talk of Nigeria in a whole, that's still women who won't dip their hands, into iniquity, kind of. And even those women, maybe that we've recently heard of, that did one thing or the other, are influenced, unfortunately, by men.
Oh, yeah. That's always been men. Yeah. There they go again.
Yeah. So they were influenced. Unfortunately, maybe they allowed themselves to be carried away as well, and they forgot where they were coming from. Coming to Akwa Ibom, I will tell you it's grace. It's grace to know where you are, or where you were, where you are now, and where you are going. A lot of women here, as of today, know that they have a long way to go. And because they have a long way to go, they cannot afford to soil their fingers now. They have to be upright in whatever they are doing. So, women in Akwa Ibom, I want to say that we realize who we are, and this is the time for us to prove to the world that we don't belong to those stereotype names that they've called us in the past. All we know how to do
we're not bed warmers.
We are not just good for domestic works alone. we have the intelligence, and this is the time to show. So when you know you have a duty on your hands, duty to show intelligence, duty to show your capability and capacity as to whatever you are doing, it's not the time to mess up. So I want to appreciate the women who have been up there and who are holding forth to show that we will have what it takes to be reckoned with.
Okay, so I get back to the producer. I'm sure we can take a music break.